The Mayo Experience.
Mayo Experience. Mayo Experience. Mayo Experience. Experience.
Welcome to the Pat Mayo Experience, presented by DraftKings, the 149th running of the Kentucky Derby, the first leg of the Triple Crown. This has been a tradition for us on the Pat Mayo Experience, covering at least the Kentucky Derby. If we hit a winner here, we might roll that over into the Preakness and the Belmont. We'll see how long it lasts. But usually this is all the horse racing that we do during the year, except for when COVID was on and Ben Rasa, you came on the show and we were talking about like the Florida Derby and shit like that.
Yeah, those were wild times. No, this is the big one. I love the show. I always enjoyed doing it. I was just complaining to you guys before the show. Hopefully the winner of the Derby's actually in the field this time. Last year we didn't get a fair shake.
Yeah, who had Rich Strike? If you had Rich Strike, literally, Pat, like, what are you doing? Like, you're closing your eyes and you're throwing a dart, or, you know, your grandma smoked Lucky Strikes, and it's like, oh, there's Strike in the name. Like, let's call it out for what it is. We got a full field of 20 horses. If you bang off the winner here in the favorite, more power to you. This is the hardest. Ben, we could go through all the programs, look at the trials, everything. Like, you basically, Pat, you need a perfect trip in this race with so much traffic coming out the gate, this and that. It's a nightmare. Like trying to pick a winner in the Kentucky Derby. I'm surprised you invite me back, Pat. I don't think I've given you a winner in like 5 years.
We hit the winner once, I feel like, and it was a pretty good odds.
Yes. It was when we started, yeah. And then we're in a drought right now. I know Ben's doing better than me, but God, couldn't even get a sniff last year.
Well, we didn't do the show last year because I was away. I distinctly remember this and couldn't figure out what was going on with the winner. I was streaming it from my phone in Hemingway's bar in Paris, and all these French people were looking at me like, who the fuck is this guy? Like, you know, he's bringing very déclassé to our nice establishment here in Paris, you know? And so I went outside and I had a cigarette. They were like, oh, mon Dieu, he's a good man. He has the cigarette. So everything worked out. I didn't have any money on
Paris,
it.
Pat? I gotta be honest with you.
I
went to Europe. I'm just different. I'm more of, I guess, because I'm more of like a, you know, like a cheesy crap bar type of guy. I didn't like Paris at all. I just got a bad vibe there. I was more of a, like, you know, I enjoyed Belgium, some parts of Germany. I thought Austria was very underrated. I actually hated Paris, to be honest with you. It was dark. People were shitheads. Like, I wasn't really a big fan of Paris.
Hey, listen,
that's my take.
Hey, it's dark and people were shitheads. I mean, I fit right in. I even smoked a long cigarette to have it go.
Yes.
I wanted to go to like the fancy restaurants, my wife and I. But anyway, that was last year. I just got back off vacation this year so I could make sure that I could be back to do this show. But Ben, as we were texting earlier on in the week, like I forgot the Kentucky Derby was happening this week.
Everybody I don't know, you know, again, NBA playoffs, NHL playoffs, everything's been good, but the Derby snuck up. You know, I was actually down in Florida and checking out some ponies at Gulfstream. But other than that, it hasn't been on my mind. You know, Churchill, the meat snuck up. So I kind of like that. Maybe I don't overthink it this year. I just go with my gut. And sometimes that's just as effective as laboring away for hours on end.
Well, give us the gut pick right off the hop. Who's the gut pick?
Yeah, we could just stop the show right now. I got it covered. Don't worry. Tapit Trice. That's the horse, man. Good little price. Going to beat Forte. Now, I mean, we're going to get into it, but he is a horse that I got my eye on for sure.
Who was it?
Tapit Trice. I actually like that horse to finish definitely in tries and supers, Ben. I agree with you. I think that horse is underrated, and we don't really have a true favorite. You could talk about Forte being the favorite, but hell, we talked about it. A horse that wasn't even like listed, blew up the tote board last year. You could buy property if you want. By the way, Pat, you take your girlfriend to Paris. I take my girlfriend on vacation to Niagara Falls, New York, Seneca Niagara Casino. Oh. I guess we're dealing from a different deck.
I once spent a very long evening in Seneca Casino.
I stayed for a week.
A week?
Yeah, I loved it. I loved it. I was like, I got to meet Buffalo Bills fans, and the best is all the dealers are wearing Jack Eichel Sabres jersey. I go, didn't you call your city a shithole? But anyway, I had a great time gambling until 6 o'clock in the morning. Pat, I actually won 3 dimes. I told you, I do good. Paris? No. Low grade casino? Yes. I was like, oh man, and we hit the liquor warehouse. Bottle, 60 pounders of Smirnoff, $18. My girlfriend loaded up the car. Are you kidding me? The same bottle, $70 here. I don't know what it is in Halifax. Ben, I'm telling you, we just get absolutely torqued in liquor prices. Like if I didn't drink, I'd actually be like Pat. I'd own multiple properties in a studio.
I hear you, man.
I would say Cust, my two friends, Cust, my other friend Tim, and myself. We took a night at the I don't know where the fuck we stayed. It was somewhere near Seneca Casino. We were like, hey, we're going to a Bills game the next day. Let's go down a night early, not stay on the Canadian, like the nicer Canadian side. Let's get through the border, make sure everything's fine. Go to the cheaper spot. Go over to Seneca. It's a long 8 hours till like 5 a.m. at Seneca Casino.
Yeah, I don't know, Pat. One thing about the American casinos, at least you get free drinks.
Cigs, too. When I was there, you could smoke cigs.
Yes. No, they had a smoking room. Guys were busting out cigars, vapes, whatever. They didn't give a shit. If you were gambling, you could have brought in like drugs. Just throw it on the table. They don't care. I'm telling you, the Canadian side, it might be cleaner and nicer. The Niagara side, you can get, it's way cheaper and better. Anyway, that's just me. Travel tip. I should do a traveling show, Pat.
Yeah, that'd
people value.
Yeah, we could do a traveling show together. We give people value going worldwide. You can tell people why Paris sucks, and we'll go to some like jabroni place. You'll be like, this place is great. I was actually looking at going. There's direct flights from here to Frankfurt, Germany now. I was like, oh, maybe like go for 4 days.
Frankfurt sounds nice.
I know. I don't really know anything about Frankfurt. Ben, have you been to Frankfurt, Germany?
Do I seem like I've been to Frankfurt, Germany? No. I've barely been to Connecticut. I'm not going to Germany anytime soon. Seems nice. Seems like a cool place, but no, it's not on the list. Maybe if I hit the Derby, if I hit the Super, I'll charter a jet over there.
Yeah, because you kept saying Tapid Trice, and I thought you were saying half the price, and I was like, I don't see that horse here in the list.
I like half the price. That's a great horse.
It's a great name for a horse, is half the price. But here's what we got going on right now. The field of 20, like you mentioned, starting with post position number 1. We're all stars in the hit show, 33-1, verifying in post 2 at 12-1, the 2 fills. I don't know if one of them's Mickelson or not, but 20-1 out of the 3. Confidence game, 25-1 out of the 4. Tapid Trice, 6-1 out of the 5th. King's Barn and the 6 hole is 14-1. Reincarnate is 33-1. Mage, I like that name, 16-1. Skinner, 20-1. Practical Move, Skinner is, I don't know, they can call this horse Aurora Borealis, I suppose, or Steamed Hams could be the name of this horse, but 20-1. Practical Move, 10-1 out of the 10 hole. Disarm is in the 11, 33-1. Jace's Road, 50-1. Sun Thunder, 50-1. Angel, or Angel of Empire, 8-1. I'm not sure if this is a Spanish horse or not. Forte, 3.25-1. So 3.25-1 out of the 15 hole. Raise Cane, feel like they're missing an ing in there somewhere, 50-1. Derma Sotogate. No, Soto. Is this a Japanese horse?
It is.
It is? Okay.
Yes.
12-1. Rocket Can. Ooh, I like that too. 40-1. Yep. Lord Miles, 50-1. And Continuar at 66-1 out of the 20 hole. Ben, which are the post positions that we just cross off right away?
I mean, you don't want to be certainly like in the 20 hole. Certainly, the 1 hole is always notoriously difficult. But at the same time, I don't care where you are. You know, you're probably gonna get some trip trouble. You got to make the best of it. You got to break. If you don't break from the 1, you can forget it. So I think those are probably the worst positions. You want to be somewhere in the middle.
All right. Are there
What's the best?
Yeah.
What do you think's the best?
Like 7, the 8.
Yeah, 7, 8 sounds good. Even like right around that like 6 to 12 kind of range seems a friendly spot. But that's the problem. Ben's right. On the 1, if you don't get a perfect break, you're done. You're stuck on the rail. The horse, you're toast. Like you just sit there and rip up your ticket. Use it as kindling. 20. I don't know, Ben, with the gate too, you got to make a perfect angle, kind of get there too. It's like, this is the whole thing about like how important it is to be your horse to respond. It's not just about the jockey. Some horses get freaked out too. It's like a lot of them haven't been in these 20 horse races. And there's a lot of factors, Pat. Like everything has to fall your way. Hence Rich Strike, a jockey that was on C and D tracks winning, wasn't even supposed to be in the race and wins. Like a lot of crazy stuff happened for that horse to come through. What was he, 80-1? It was nuts.
Are there any of the junkie horses in the post positioning this time?
Bob Baffert, Donald Trump. You and your junkie horse, Bob. Who's a junkie horse? I don't know. That's a good question, Pat. I want the junkie horse.
Yeah, that's probably one we want to be on. We want to be on the junkie horse.
Yes, we do. We do.
So, who is your gut selection here, Cam, coming into it?
Practical Move was my gut selection. My gut's pretty bad. I do like Tapit Trice that Ben said. I think he's kind of like falling under the radar. I know a lot of experts like him, third or fourth, top three, top four, definitely involved in some exotic tickets in the tries and supers, but I like Practical Move. I like everything about the horse. Got to find position. That's the horse that popped out to me. I'm probably going to put Rocket Can in some stuff, even though like he probably has 0 to 0 chance. It's a heart bet because Junior Alvarado won me a lot of money a long time ago. So, and when Brian Blessing was alive, we went to the track and Junior had like 3 wins that day and we won a lot of money. So it's kind of a heart pick. And Ben, by the way things go, why not? Who knows what the hell's going to happen in this race, right? You could look at the splits and go, this horse doesn't have a chance, but it doesn't really matter. A lot of weird things happen at Kentucky Derby. Big underdogs win.
Who comes in the form, Ben? Because I know you like to look at that stuff.
Yeah, I mean, obviously Forte is the favorite for a reason. He's looked really good. My biggest knock on him is that he hasn't gotten, these are young horses. And normally you see horses get kind of like exponentially better. Forte was just like dominant and now he's still winning, but he did not dominate in the Florida Derby. Saw it with my own eyes. So I get it. I think the keys for me is who can run this distance. And then, if you want to dig in a little deeper, normally there's a bunch of speedball. So it's like, 6 horses want to have the lead. There's not that much speed in this race. So if you're a dead closer, you better figure it out. Because if you're like 20 lengths behind, hoping for like a crazy pace, I don't know if you actually find it this year.
Interesting. So would that lean you to, if you're not going to go with Tepid Trice and we started to look a little bit deeper down the board, where do you think you'd be going?
So, I will say Cam's boy Rocket Can, even though he's overmatched, he's probably going to be pretty near the lead. They put blinkers on him. There's going to be a speedball there. Maybe a horse like that can get loose. I look at a couple horses in that same range. A horse like Mage, he battled Forte, again, in the Florida Derby, just got nipped. I don't know if he has it, but at the same time, you're talking like 15, 20 to 1 on some of these. I don't think that price should be that drastic. So there are some names there. This 2 Phil's horse, I think I'm so biased from golf being bludgeoned by Lefty that I can't get on board with this horse.
What do you think about verifying? Ben, like a lot of people, I'm looking at some people what do you think about that horse? He's kind of a question mark to me.
Yeah. So the things all his peripherals, I'm a sucker for. Like, I love Tyler Gaffleone. So Justify, who was his father, obviously won this race. Sweet horse. Always been a fan of him. I like Brad Cox, the trainer. I haven't seen much of the horse. I saw him in the Bluegrass. He looked fine. But he's another one. He's in the 2-hole. He better bolt. He better get to the front because if he doesn't, he's done.
I'm seeing Rocket Can 22 to 1 for a top 2 finish.
Wow. I don't know, Pat. We like to go for that big plus money. Why don't you try like a top 5 or something like that with Rocket Can? just saying. I don't know. Top 2's that's pretty bold. I don't know if he's going to be top 2.
Well,
top 4.
Let's see. Top 4 is 9 to 1.
Wow, that's amazing. Okay,
that's not bad.
I'm listening.
Plus 650 for a top 5.
Yeah, I like that. That's my price right there. Top 5 plus 650.
So Rocket Can. I was looking to try to put like exotics together and to put one of these cards together, but it doesn't seem like anyone is offering them up yet.
No respect.
That's the thing about the books too. Like some books chop around, Pat, and Ben will tell you. I've seen stuff at like 22 to 1 on one book and like 8 to 1 another. Like they sucker in like the once a year betters, like big time. Oh, hey honey, we can bet the Kentucky Derby this afternoon. You like shop around. It's like a grocery store where you're getting a nice roast for $20 instead of 100 sometimes because I've seen these numbers fluctuate left, right, and center. Pat, I'm going to be honest with you. I think Rocket Can will probably go off. Ben, if you got like an HPI account, what do you think? Like 35, 40 probably by race time? Like all these dogs, they don't go down, Pat. Most of them go up, especially the ones that are over 15, 20 to 1 right now. So if you like a big pooch, wait on it.
I was going to say, Rocket Can's 50 to 1 at the moment.
Yes.
So the plus 650 for the top 5 might be the move that we should be looking at here. So let's build out like some exotics here and try to like box out some some horses because I like to try to do this every year, and then I kind of forget how it works every single year because I only do it once a year. So, Cam, would you like to take the lead on this and explain to the peoples how this works?
Yeah, well, basically, I don't know, Pat, what do you want to do? Do you want to do win, play, show, triactor, superfecta? Tell me how you want to start, and Ben and I can try to explain it. He's actually better at explaining things, but I'll try my best. So what do you want to say? Like, how do we just like put a line through some horses and figure it out? Or like, what do you want to do?
Because we like in the past years, we built like the pyramid. So like the win, play, show. Let's build that.
Yes.
One. Is that a triactor? Is that what it's called?
Yes. And yes, a triactor is picking first place horse, second place horse, third place horse. Or if you do something called a box that Ben will explain with the math, it doesn't matter of the order. You can have first, second, third. So if the guy comes third, if you box it, he wins, no problem. That's ticket goes exponentially up, more horses that you add. So Pat, for this race, I would probably do a triactor, and it'll pay boxcars, and a superfecta. You could do a 10-cent superfecta, but remember, every time you add horses to this thing, the ticket is going to go up. But you know, why not? It's the Kentucky Derby. Put $50, $100, add some horses, because you'll lose your mind if you leave a horse out and you get like 3 out of the 4, which happens quite a bit.
So, Ben, I want you to dig into this a little bit more and try to explain it to both me and, hey, you know what? Explain it. I'm going to pretend like I know what's going on.
Ben's good.
You explain it to the audience out there who may not know. Like, okay, just to start with, what is the most fun way to bet the Kentucky Derby outside of just betting a horse to win?
To me, it's definitely going for either an exacta, which is first and second, or a trifecta, just because you can put down a couple bucks, and if you hit the lotto ticket, you're getting back serious money. Like, yeah, betting to show, which means the horse has to come in the top 3, that's great. You probably have a real chance to win, and you might win $3. You hit a trifecta, a superfecta, something like that. You're talking about a story for the rest of your life off a buck or two. So for me, if you're going for it, do something like that. That's what I would recommend.
Okay, so let's start with the trifecta then. Let's try to hit a trifecta here, and then I can hit it, you two can hit it, everyone watching can hit it. We can all be millionaires. That'd be great. So what do we want to do? Do we want to put your pick here, number 1, whole Tapid Trice as number 1 in our trifecta?
I mean,
yes, Ben likes it, so let's put his, and I'll put Practical Move is mine, Pat, and he can have Tapid Trice, and we might have to go like this. Like maybe we take 3 or 4 horses to win, then we go 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. You know what I mean, Pat? We go these ones have to come second, these ones have to come third, but we're gonna have to put a line through some horses because this ticket will continue to go nuts.
Okay, well, let's straight up do this then. So
okay.
Let's just build just a simple trifecta to begin with. So we'll go with the 5 horse, the 10 horse to come in second. So now we need one to come in third. Ben, do you want to nominate one?
So I think, again, obviously there's a horse like Forte who's very logical, but let's go for it. Let's try to hit a horse that is a little off. The more we look at this, I'm going to go back to what Cam said with verifying. He's in the 2-hole. There's not a lot of speed. You've got Tyler Gaffione. This horse could be 20, 25 to 1 by post time. Can he win? I think that's pretty far-fetched. Can he grab a piece? If he does, that is the type of trifecta that's now serious business.
5-10-2, Cam. Trifecta.
Yes, I like it. And I don't know, one I was looking at, maybe, what do you think of King's Barn?
Yeah, Raising Cane's. Isn't there a good chicken place?
Oh yeah, Raising Cane's. Yeah, that when you go down south, Raising Cane's is good.
Right.
Former Jacksonville quarterback David Garrard, spokesperson for Zaxby's, another very, very good quality Southern chicken joint. Great wings, great tenders. Yes, Kingsbarn's pretty good horse, Pat. But okay, here's the thing: we got 3. What do we do? Do we take 5 and then box it, and the ticket costs more, or Ben, do we go? These have to come first. These have to come second. These have to come third. That's the dilemma that we face, Pat. Or we could pick 5 and go. If 4 of the 5 come in, it's party time.
Well, I think we'll just play this. We'll play this straight up trifecta to begin with. 5-10-2.
Okay.
So now we can start building out a box. We'll play the triactor. Is that what you were calling it?
Yes.
Or not
yes.
what you're calling it. What it's called.
Yes, a triactor. Yep. First, second, top three, Pat. But the thing is, picking 3, 5, 10, 2, the odds of that happening in a 20 horse field, we might have to add one just to get a little bit of.
Oh, yeah. No,
more of a
but
chance.
I just wanted to play
Yeah.
the simple, like the 3 horse
Okay.
parlay to go off of to begin with. I
Sure.
mean, that one's going to pay a ton, right, Ben, if that hits?
Oh, big time.
Yeah, I mean, if Forte doesn't hit the board, no matter what combination you have, you're going, because that's how this stuff works. It's a pool of every combination, and then it's divvied out. Now, think about all the combinations that are going to include the favorite. That's an overwhelming percent. So if he's out, all that money is now being paid to whatever combination, and it's going to be a massive payday.
All right, so let's build this out. Let's box it out. Who we want to put as horses in our winning pool, Cam? So what do we want to do? 3 horses, 4 horses as potential winners?
Yeah. I think we should, for us, I'm going to do 5.
Okay.
If we want to knock out Forte, because I can't say no to Rocket Can. He's my friend. Tap it, Trice. Practical Move. Verifying. Angel of Empire. Rocket Can.
So 2.
Those are the 5.
So 2, 5. So we're not putting. Do you think we should put Forte in this, Ben?
No.
I think if you're going for it, live a little. You know,
That's the thing, Ben. We didn't hit it like an 80 to 1, a 60
Yeah,
to
come
1. Like,
on.
look what happens. You know what? Who cares, Pat? If Forte beats us, he beats us. Kind of like, when we do the football show, I'm actually more conservative. You go for the more pluses. Like, stick to your guns, buddy. Just try to blow up this tote board. You could buy more property in the East Coast. Hell, you can do whatever the hell you want. Get a new studio. Take the wife to Paris again. Like, let's just leave this damn Forte out and hope for the best.
Okay, so Ben,
and I'll say this:
we're going to box 2, 5, 10, 14, and 18 as the winner.
2, 5, 10, 14. Well, I mean, if we're boxing it, then it doesn't. You get every
Doesn't matter.
combination,
Yeah.
so it doesn't matter.
Okay, but are we not able to designate? Like, didn't we used to designate one for first, and like a line for second, and a line for third?
Ben,
You
how
can
much
do
is,
that
how much is a $1 super with those 5 horses boxed? What's that going to cost us?
$800. I have
should
no
be
idea.
six.
Oh,
six-
800, yes.
It should be $60 if I'm doing it correctly.
Yes. That's not too bad.
Yeah, that's it. We
Yeah,
can-
5 times 4 times 3.
That's
5
right.
times-
Yeah. So that's fine. Let's do it. We do a $1 super with those. That's not like, that's fine. Like,
Yeah, that's amateur hour.
it's,
So should-
it actually, like, we could add something if we want to get real stupid.
Yeah. Do you want to get stupid here, Ben?
I'm always down to get stupid.
Let's say. Hey, give me some more horses then.
You pick,
You know,
Ben. I put my rocket cannon. You give me a flyer now.
Yeah. So the horses that I'm not going to put in, and I know there's going to be a lot of, not controversy, that's not the right word. The Japanese horses are shipping over from the UAE, and that never ends well. It's a miserable trip. Nobody knows anything about them. This Derma Sotagaji horse, I don't know anything about. I'm more prone to leave him out.
Agreed.
I just don't really see it. So maybe Mage.
Yeah, there we go. I wanted
put in Mage.
I want Mage.
Yeah, there we go.
I want to throw in Mage and Skinner, but Mage looking good.
Yeah,
I
like Mage.
like that name, Mage.
Who can we throw out? Disarm? Isn't that horse like, I think we can't take everybody. Derma, Soto, Gaki, whatever. He's gone. He's gone. I hate Phil Mickelson cost me so much damn money in matchup bets. 2 Phils is out the door for me. Like, I'm done with that guy. By the way, how's like, I have diabetes. What's that guy on? Ozempic? He's lost like 100 pounds. Anyway, Phil should be doing those commercials.
I'm gonna say Phil is no longer in those arthritis commercials.
Phil's got some good, whatever he does, he's got a good doctor and good drugs, because like, he's lost a lot of weight and contending like at the match. I couldn't believe what I saw. I didn't think the guy was going to make the cut. Let's gas Phil, 2 Phils. The Japanese horse can hit the bricks. Disarm blows.
Lord Miles.
Yeah, Lord Miles can, oh God, if Lord Miles wins, yeah. Get rid of him too.
We can get rid of Jace's. We'll throw Jace's Road and Sun Thunder too.
Yeah, I agree. Hit the bricks.
It's okay. Now we're throwing out Forte, the favorite. So we're really narrowing it down here. So that gives us 2, 5, 10, 14, and 18, which we decided on. And then I threw in Mage and Skinner in 8 and 9. That good enough? What is that?
Yep.
So
That's more than good enough.
So what does that have to? So on a $1 triactor, Ben, that's what?
Now we're talking.
What is it? It's a 6 horse box.
It's a
Yeah,
it's a 7 horse box.
Oh God, that's now
A
we're talking
7-horse box.
Yeah,
a
2,
lot.
5, 8, 9, 10, 14, and 18.
That's for $1. I think it's 210.
Okay, that's fine.
Yeah, you know what?
I mean,
No
this
problem.
is also you're trusting my monkey.
Oh,
math
I
over
trust
here.
you more than me.
It could be like $2,000 and we're homeless. We're living
don't
on the
think-
streets of Frankfurt. Like,
I almost
I don't
have to
know.
go down to the OTB and play this thing at another race or something today. 210. Yeah, I think that sounds about. I thought it'd be a little bit more than that, to be honest with you. I want to. Pat, you can also do a 10-cent super, a 20-cent super, a 50-cent super if you want to knock it in half for everybody. So
Yeah,
like a 50-cent super, whatever it is, that ticket's half the price. A 10-cent super, you shave it like it's 10% of a dollar. Like, you know what I'm saying? So you can do those type of things for people. That's why you could play more horses. You could add Forte and do a 10 and 20-cent super. That thing will still pay box cars if you hit the first 4 horses of the race, because it's hard to do.
So with this, are we playing the top 4 or the top 3 when it comes down to this?
I think we should do the top 4 if we're going to have 7 horses.
yes, it's 210. That's right.
Yep.
Easy game. All right.
And that's for top 4, Ben, or
Good
top
math,
3?
Ben.
I'm sorry, what?
Is that for
Top
top 4
4
or top 3?
That's for a trifecta
Oh, yeah.
box.
So that's 3, Pat. Sorry. My bad.
All right. So yeah, there we go. To pay what, $30 million, something like that? Is that how that works?
It'd be if you get 3 of the jabronis in there,
Yeah.
it's gonna be like that's the beautiful thing about a box. Like Tap It Trice, you put him on top. If he wins, great. But he's a reasonable horse. When you box, you have every combination. So say for some insane reason, Rocket Can wins and he's on top of your ticket, you can forget it. That is straight.
Yeah, like
you're
we're being even
island
better
shopping.
rich. We're rich.
Yeah.
Like we are literally picking up hundreds of thousands of dollars.
Well, that'd be nice. Then that's how I can afford another property, Cam.
Yes,
Correct.
that's what I'm saying. We're hoping for we don't want we want Rocket Can, we want Skinner, we want these like crazy odds. Like that's the thing. If we're doing the box, we're cheering for like the dogs of the dogs, dogs with fleas, all these guys at crazy odds. That's what we want because we got everybody. Every guy we box, we got. We want the bigger odds at the top, the biggest.
So the biggest, only the biggest. This race isn't rigged, is it? Because that'd be sad.
I think you can
Hopefully it's rigged for a horse.
Yeah, hopefully it's rigged for one of ours.
Yeah, that'd be
It's
nice.
hard to rig this race.
You got to
It's,
get the
pretty
inside
tough.
info, Cam. If it's going to be rigged, you got to let us know, okay? All right,
The
so
NHL playoffs.
oh yeah,
I feel pretty big.
it's funny. We talked about that on yesterday's show about the Chiron that came up, like, and all of the people who've never worked in live sports before trying to figure out what was going on. When the correct answer was they loaded in the wrong graphic and someone's finger slipped.
Yeah. It was button 10,050, not 925. I've done Chiron, Pat, on an old computer.
Yeah.
Punching in the number combinations, lots of fun.
Yeah.
It sucks.
Sometimes it doesn't. You can drag and drop now, though.
Oh, can you?
Yeah.
My day was just like and hard too. Those keys were like really tough and mean.
I mean, it's the NHL in America, so I'm guessing they're using probably equipment from 50 years ago, so that might actually track. So the bets that we got going on here. So we're boxing up as a try. We went 5, 10, 2, just for some laughs. But we're gonna go 2, 5, 8, 9, 10, 14, and 18. Box those together. $210 on a $1 is what Ben is telling me. He did the math quickly and then did it out. That's what it's gonna be. The 5 horse to win with Tap and Trice at 6-1, and Rocket Can top 5 finish plus 650. I think that's going to be it. I think that I feel good about
Love it.
I feel confident, Ben, where my money is going to be at the 149th running at Churchill Downs.
That's what we got to do. I'm gonna give you one more though, because I like to get a little dangerous.
Ooh.
The girl version of the Kentucky Derby is the day before the Kentucky Oaks.
Yes.
Of the WNBA of horse racing?
The WNBA of horse racing. The horse named Wet Paint is the girl that I like quite a bit. You can run doubles, which means you pick the winner of that race with the winner of the Derby. You could go Wet Paint and Forte. You could go Wet Paint and Practical Move. A lot of
Wet
options there if you want to do it like that.
A lot of people like South Lawn, Ben.
Yeah, that horse is real, very legit.
Wonder Wheel.
So
Wet Paint's just a cool name though.
Wet Paint is
Wet
3-1 to win the Oaks. What was the one that you said, Cam? Wonder Wheel's 12-1.
People like I Wonder Wheel. He's kind of more of an underdog. People like South Lawn a lot. That horse is
7-1. So the third favorite, South Lawn, of the 4-hole, 7-1.
And Botanical. What's Botanical, Ben?
Yeah, Botanical. I'm interested to see where she goes off if she's like 6-8-1 or drifts. Flying Connection is another one, but that's more of probably like if you're looking for a bomb. I don't know. The Oaks is weird. That's a tough race, but
If you like names, Pat, Gambling Girl. You know, if your lady likes to gamble,
she doesn't. She absolutely does not. She sees my results. She's like, why would anyone ever do this?
Seriously, I was doing a show on Sunday. My girlfriend's, wow, I don't think you won any games. Yeah, honey, it's pretty hard to go 0-5, but I did.
So a wet paint
money.
tepid trice parlay for the Oaks and the Derby pays 23-1.
yeah,
That's amazing.
Let's do that.
I like that.
Let's go. $50 pays 1,150. Boom, in. Done deal. So there's another bet we can add to it as well. But
You can get more on that plus 650. You know what, Pat? Wait on that bet. I guarantee it'll be closer to 9-1 for Rocket Can top 5. He'll go off at like 55-1 or something. No one's betting this.
It's already 50-1. Like, I don't think the price is going to get that much bigger, is it?
It will. I think
might.
it will. It might go to. I'm making a prediction. He'll be 60 or 66-1 by race time.
Well,
that's my prediction.
But aren't we living in a world now where a long shot had just hit that they're just going to cap what all these horses can be to win?
I don't know. What do you think, Ben?
I mean, well, it's pari-mutuel in the sense that like somebody's gonna drift, and there's gonna be some absolute goblins that people are gonna bet. I just don't think it's that horse. So
Agreed.
There's gonna be a horse on that board that says 99 because it can't show you triple
they can't make
digits.
100. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
99.
Why can't they make it 100?
Technology. It's just like why they can't. Why you gotta punch the button.
It's like Y2K.
Yeah.
Yeah,
It's
it's
just
a
the world we
Chiron
live in.
guy, Pat. 2 digits. They don't
Yeah.
like 3. It's 99.
And,
It's just
and then
the
he
way it
pays, and it's like, oh, he was actually 160-1.
Yes,
Like,
exactly. Yes.
All right. Well, that will do it on the Pat Mayo Experience for the Kentucky Derby and Kentucky Oaks. Thanks to Ben Rasa, who's over at Stokastic.com. Ben, what do you have more Derby stuff coming this week?
I got more Derby stuff coming out. Just gonna have some quick hitter videos if you're looking for a preview of the horses. Maybe some other bets that you can get to. So yeah, you can head over there and Odd Chopper and check that out. And I'll probably, not gonna lie, probably betting these races leading up to the Derby because the Derby's late in the day. We got plenty of money to burn before the Derby even starts.
And Cam over at Sports Grid, are you and Gabe going hard in on the Derby?
Actually, it's funny. We were talking about like at the start of the show how we haven't really talked about it. We'll bet it definitely. Like I'm going to go wild. I actually got invited to a party at Woodbine, Pat. They had a viewing party, so that's good. I'm going to go upgrade my HPI account, put some money in there, and just play tracks all day long. That's a beautiful thing. Ben will tell you, there's races going on all day. It's like a festival of horse racing. You don't have to wait to the Kentucky Derby, and probably you'll win. You'll have a better chance of making money at the other races. But yeah, I'm doing that, Pat, and hopefully some winning golf picks this week. I've been burned pretty hard in the final round of some guys like Batia last week. I had him and Mitchell in the team event. Like, I'm getting really mad. Like, I want to put like a brick through my TV on Sundays watching all my guys fade and gag.
I had Batia as well, although I didn't really live under any sort of assumption that he was going to run down Finau and Rom playing in the same group. But maybe if you go to Woodbine, you'll run to Cody. The Saftics are always just lurking around at Woodbine.
Oh, I'd love to see Cody. Yeah, I know. And Saftick's old man. Like, this guy, people don't know. Like, he was on this horse, Pat. The last time I bet Mike Saftick, he was on a horse called Cortez the Killer. It's a Neil Young song. I think he came second at like 60-1. He won me like $700. So I got to have a little talk with Mike's dad, say thank you. But our horse Conflict Diamond put me and Gabe in the poorhouse. He's not in the game anymore.
Well, I mean,
don't be a horse owner. It's a tough business.
Yeah, when you buy, it's the same thing. Like when you buy slum properties and try to rent them out, and you buy slum horses, the same thing's gonna happen.
Hey! He wasn't a slum horse. He had a bad hoof. I blame all those mafiosos in the standardbred game. They took us to the cleaners.
So what you're saying is that you bought a horse that couldn't race at racetracks that weren't accessible?
No, like Saftick's dad told us about the horse. The horse was effective. He actually won a race at Georgian Downs. If you want to check the tape,
I remember you and Gabe watching it at the office.
Yeah. Remember Gary Guy at He stopped nine. He won by 9 lengths. We're like, oh my God, we're going to start making money. Next race, some horse had a problem. Our horse was temperamental. He hurt his hoof. Done. Another tip, you can't own one horse, Ben. You need more in the stable because if one gets hurt, you're paying the vet, you're paying the stable fees, you're dead. You need other horses to make you the money. So don't own one horse. It's 1, 10, or none. And none's the best answer.
Investing advice from Cam Stewart. Own multiple racehorses.
That's actually horrible advice. But anyway, good luck, everybody.
That will do it on the Pat Mayo Experience. Thank you for tuning in. I hope we win some of these bets and we all become millionaires at the Kentucky Derby this week, or at least just try not to lose too much money, all right? Smash the like on the way out, sub to the channel on Mayo Media Network and the audio podcast. Thank you all for watching. We'll see you next time.
Pat Mayo Experience! Experience!